To get regular updates, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. Visit our channel and get more learning videos under playlist option. There you can find current affairs, daily vocabulary, banking awareness, aptitude and much more.
Hello friends, good evening. I'm Dipali. Welcome back to the 10 by 10 current affairs show by ExamWin. In today's episode, we are going to see about death for two in Mumbai blast case, US backs up the sale of fighters to India, and aviation minister to meet airline chief. If you're watching the show for the first time, please click on the subscribe button to get the regular updates. Let's get started with today's episode. 24 years after 12 bombs exploded across the various locations in Mumbai on March 12, 1993, which killed 257 people, the trial that came to a conclusion with the Special Terrorist and Disputive Activities Prevention Act court awarding the capital punishment to Firoz Khan and Tahir Merchant, who is also known as Takalia, on Thursday. The court sentenced the underworld gangster Abu Salim on Karimullah Khan to lifetime imprisonment. Ria Siddiqui was sentenced to imprisonment for 10 years. Let's take a look at the question related to national. On which date the city of Mumbai was rocked by 13 explosions in different parts of the city, which resulted in 257 fatalities and over 700 were injured. Your options are option A, March 12, 1993, option B, March 12, 1994, option C, March 11, 1994, option D, March 10, 1994, option E, March 12, 1995. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is March 12, 1993. On March 12, 1993, the city of Mumbai was rocked by 13 explosions in different parts of the city. It resulted in 257 fatalities and over 700 were injured. The Trump administration has told the US Congress that it strongly supports the sale of F-18 and F-16 fighter planes to India, built by American companies Boeing and Lockheed Martin respectively. Both the companies have offered to assemble these planes in India should New Delhi decide to buy them. President Donald Trump is in principle against the companies relocating the facilities abroad, and a written submission to a congressional subcommittee by Alice Wells, who is acting Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs, clarified the administration's position on the issue. Let's take a look at the question related to national. Which of the following fighter jet is of the Indian origin? Your options are option A, Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, option B, HAL Tejas, option C, Mikoyan MiG-29, option D, Assault Mirage 2000, option E, SEPECAT Jaguar. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is HAL Tejas. As India opens up its defense manufacturing in a big way under the proposed strategic partnership model, the Vice Chief of the Air Force Air Marshal S.B. Deo on Thursday emphasized the need to develop intellectual property, which is also known as IP, for military hardware within the country. While speaking at a seminar on energizing the Indian aerospace industry organized by the Center for Air Power Studies and the Confederation of Indian Industry, which is also known as CII, SBD Dio said that we manufacture fighter helicopters. Why do we need to import an unmanned aerial vehicle if we don't generate IP here? We are doomed to build to print. The quicker we dismantle this build to print and the quicker we develop IP here, the better we are. Let's take a look at the question related to defense and security. Name the system that was launched by Indian Air Force for web-based e-building. Your options are option A, EMMS project, option B, fuel management system, option C, turbine system, option D, aviation turbine fuel digital issue and payment, which is also known as ATF-DIP, option E, digital payment system. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is aviation turbine fuel digital issue and payment. Vivek Goenka, Chairman and Managing Director of the Express Group, and N. Ravi, former Editor-in-Chief of the Hindu, were on Thursday anonymously elected as Chairman and Vice Chairman respectively of the Press Trust of India. Mr. Goenka, who is 60, succeeds Riyad Mathew, and Mr. Ravi, 69, succeed Mr. Goenka as Vice Chairman. The election took place at a meeting of the Board of Directors following the company's 69th annual general meeting here. Let's take a look at the question related to national. Who is elected as the Press Trust of India Chairman? Your options are option A, N. Ravi, option B, Riyad Mathew, option C, Vivek Goenka, option D, Sharma Divakar, option E, Agarwal SK. You have 15 seconds to type in an answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is Vivek Goenka. Vivek Goenka, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of the Express Group. Civil Aviation Minister Mr. Ashok Gajapati Raju has called for a meeting with the airline chiefs on Friday to seek their views on enhancing the bilateral air traffic quota to and from Dubai, as domestic airlines have been changing the stance on the issue, the official has said. Private domestic carriers SpiceJet, Indigo and Jet Airways had anonymously asked the government not to enhance the bilateral quota between Dubai and India. The airlines had demanded a commitment for getting the preferred slots at Dubai's prime airport before going for a renegotiation of the bilateral quota, which had been exhausted by both Indian and Dubai Airlines. Let's take a look at the question related to national. What is the India's rank in aviation market in the world? Your options are option A first, option B fourth, option C second, option D fifth, option E third. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is third. India has emerged as the third largest aviation market in the world, with a passenger traffic of over 10 crore reported in 2016 and 17. US is currently the world's largest aviation market. Speaking at the 57th SIAM annual convention, Mr. Gadkari said that we should move towards an alternative fuel, and the teething problems are there everywhere. Electric cars, buses, taxis and bikes are the future. The future is not of petrol and diesel but of alternative fuel. We will move ahead with those who join us and drag those who don't want to come along with us. The minister exhorted industry to research on alternative fuels, adding that the cabinet note on electric vehicles was ready. Let's take a look at the question related to business. Which of the following is correct regarding the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, which is also known as SIAM? It is organizing its 57th annual convention in New Delhi. Event is focused on issues influencing Indian automobile industry's competitiveness, and SIAM's chief is Vinod Desari. Your options are option 1 only, option B 2 only, option C 3 only, option D 1 and 2 only, option E 1, 2 and 3. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. Reserve Bank of India's Deputy Governor Viral Acharya said a feasible plan was quickly needed to address the massive recapitalization requirement of the public sector banks. The central bank has been pushing to restore the health of these banks in order to facilitate the loan offtake, seen as an essential in reviving the economic growth. Let's take a look at the question related to banking. According to the Basel III norms, Indian banks will have to maintain the capital adequacy ratio at how much percentage? Your options are option A 8%, option B 9%, option C 10%, option D 11%, option E 7.5%. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is 9%. India's stock market regulator, Security Exchange Board of India, which is also known as SEBI, has given its nod to the insurance major SBI Life Insurance to launch its IPO of up to 8,400 crore. The company is expected to make its stock market debut by September 20 to September 22 of the current year. Let's take a look at the question related to business. When was the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority constituted? Your options are option A 1938, option B 1971, option C 1993, option D 1999, option E 2001. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is 1999. NASA said the two high-intensity solar flares were emitted on Wednesday, the second of which was the most intense recorded since the start of the sun cycle in December 2008. These radiation flares, which can disrupt the communication signals, GPS and power grids by reaching the upper Earth atmosphere, were detected and captured by the US Space Agency Solar Dynamic Observatory. Let's take a look at the question related to science and technology. Where will NASA send its next generation atomic clock in 2017? Your options are option A space, option B Mars, option C moon, option D North Pole, option E South Pole. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is space. In a key advance for safely navigating the future human exploration of the solar system, NASA is set to send its next generation atomic clock to the space in late 2017. Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi wrapped up his Myanmar trip on Thursday by visiting the mazar of the last Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar and the 2500-year-old Shwedagon Pagoda and performing puja at the Kalibri temple. On the last day of his 3-day visit to the Buddhist majority country, Mr. Modi visited the pagoda, which is considered as the pinnacle of Myanmar's cultural heritage. He planted a Bodhi tree sapling in the complex. Mr. Modi tweeted, "Delighted to visit Myanmar's cultural landmark, the Shwedagon Pagoda." Let's take a look at the question related to national. Which of the following is correct regarding the Prime Minister's visit to Myanmar? Bilateral trade is valued at just 2 billion. The China factor, Rohingya Muslims and cultural trade. Your options are option A 1 and 2 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1, 2 and 3, option D 3 and 4 only. You have 15 seconds to type in your answer in the comment section below. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3 only. With this, we have come to the end of this session on current affairs. Thank you for watching till the end. Please leave us your suggestion in the comment section below and we will get back to you. To get the instant notification, please subscribe.